for the past 4 years.
Why am I standing like that?
You ready to go?
He's winning. An awesome performance.
Oh, look. Oh.
I don't remember any of them being little.
Wow. That was safe next to the cliff. Yep.
I don't remember them growing up. I've got no memory of them at all.
4 years ago, a seemingly simple virus, much of her past.
For 3 or 4 days, you know, she'd just had flu or a gastric flu type feeling, except that she did have a headache.
On about the 3rd day, I think, that I began to get confused.
We took her into hospital on Saturday morning when she was clearly... And then, well, she went downhill quite quickly.
Claire fell into a coma, and scans revealed her brain was swelling, attacked by the common herpes virus that causes cold sores. Around 90% of us carry the herpes virus, lying dormant in nerve cells that supply sensation to our mouth and nose. But it can also enter the brain with devastating consequences.
The virus spreads, a bit like a fire burning through a forest, through the part of the brain where the infection first broke out. And as it does so, it kills the cells. So it's effectively like wiping out a huge chunk of brain. And untreated, 60 to 80% of people who get this condition will die.
Although brought under control with antiviral drugs, the virus had ripped through the nerve tissue of Claire's vital for accessing audible memory. When she awoke over a week later, her life was changed forever.
I've lost 25 to 30 years of my life. From leaving home and starting my nurse training, meeting my husband. I don't remember having my children, so I don't know about the life I've had and the family that I've got.
There you go, Claire. Laughing and eating.
Oh.
Nice little dress you got there, Claire.
Yeah, with a sort of...
Nice hair, nice glasses. Don't look that different, actually.
It doesn't look different at all.
I remember her just being anxious and nervous all the time. I didn't really know that she had no idea who we were or no idea where she was or, like, what her life was.
Oh.
Claire has been left with retrograde amnesia. In her mind, life from around her early 20s until the time of her illness seems a virtual blank.
I know very little about the Claire that I was. A daughter, a wife, a mother, a nurse, a friend.
No.
I'm only not even 30 there.
Really?
You must have been 30.
92, yeah, you were 31.
Old.
Oh.
What happens when we record and recollect our memories is one of the most complex and least understood processes in the human mind. Our memories aren't stored in one simple area. When we remember something, a swarm of neurological activity takes place throughout the brain.
What this illustrates is that Claire has a major problem in accessing information that almost certainly is in memory. The information hasn't been destroyed, it has been somehow lost. It's there, but she can't get at it.
Since her illness, Claire's been trying to piece together her lost past. To assemble a record of all her friends and acquaintances from her missing years.
Amanda tells me I once swore loudly at my children as they all ran away from the car, and everyone around turned and stared at Amanda, thinking she'd done it. I'd rather think I didn't used to swear, but Amanda tells me categorically that I did it frequently, but only in context.
Hello. Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
Good to see you.
And you.
How are you?
Today, Claire's meeting former work colleague Sandra, who she hopes can help with missing details about old friends.
I counted them all up. I can't remember now if there was 200 or 300. And now it's just down to 10.
But Sandra can't fill in the blanks as Claire had hoped.
Do you know this person?
No. No. No.
You don't know this person?
No, I don't know that person.
No.
No, no.
Karen. I know the name.
Is it necessary that you have to remember everything about everybody else?
Yeah, I want to.
Well, yeah, but, you know, can't they
I
just
want to
remind
know.
you occasionally?
But I want to know about what we said and what happened last time we met and the time before. And I do go back over things that I've
Yeah, I
written
know
down
you
all the
do.
time.
I know you do.
And it helps me go forward and feel a sense of belonging.
But even as Claire looks to go back over her personal history, she knows many of her memories may never be recalled.
I think we just take our memory for granted without even realising it. We just carry on in life knowing who people are without thinking about it. And then I didn't realise how important it was.
While Claire tries to piece together her lost past, the same virus has had a different effect on the memory of Nicola Pomfret.
What sort of cake you got today?
Coffee and walnuts, carrots.
I'll have a Danish pastry, please.
Nicola and her husband Reg have been happily married for over 40 years. But Nicola is a woman stuck in time.
Do you know what you did this morning, Nicola?
What did I do this morning? I can't remember. What did I do?
Well, that's obviously...
I got up and got washed and dressed. No, I can't even remember getting up this morning.
The last thing you remember.
Coming in here. I don't remember coming here.
The length of time that it's taken you to watch this brief introduction to meet Reg and Nicola is all that she can store in her memory.
The main problem Nicola faces is that she can hold something within her short-term memory, which lasts about 2 minutes, but she can't move that into long-term memory. The memories from what happened before she became brain damaged, a lot of that information is still there, but new long-term memories since 2003 or so just haven't been created.
I can read and spell. Well, I suppose it's what you learned when you were young. And it's embedded somewhere. And yet if you said, what did you do this morning, I wouldn't know.
4 years ago, the common herpes virus attacked Nicola's brain and left her unable to store memories for longer than 2 minutes.
By the time that it was discovered that Nicola had this virus, the virus had already destroyed major parts of her brain. There's damage in the frontal parts of the brain and also in parts of the brain known as the temporal lobes. And it's because of that damage in the temporal lobes that Nicola has this profound memory problem.
Today, Dr. Janzari is meeting Nicola to conduct a memory test. He's been her neuropsychologist for the past 4 years, and they've met on several occasions.
Hello. My name's Ash. Do you remember me?
No.
Nicola's going to take one simple test to examine her short and long-term memory.
OK, Nicola, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a series of photographs on the screen, and I just want you to tell me what the name of each object is. And later on, I'm going to ask you to remember them. OK, here we go.
Fan.
OK.
Telephone. Umbrella. Camera. It's a map of the world, but it's a circular one. I don't know what you'd call it.
Globe.
Globe. A stapler, I suppose you'd call it.
OK. What I'm now going to ask you to do is to remember as many of those objects as you can. Can you tell me what objects you saw, please?
Stapler, globe of the world. Can't remember the rest.
You got the last two. So well done.
Didn't we have a map of the world?
Yes, it was the round one, the globe. What we saw with the object memory test was that the things that she remembered were the last two items, the stapler and the map of the world. And that shows us that already she's beginning to forget that information, even though it happened within the space of about 30 or 40 seconds.
But the main problem Nicola now faces is not being able to form memories of anyone she's met since her illness.
Nicola is able to recognise people who she knew before her brain damage. And she's got lots of long-term memories of them stored away so she can recognise them. OK, Nicola, I'm just going to leave the room for a little while. I'll be back in a few minutes, OK?
OK.
OK, then. Someone like me, she's only met since she became brain damaged, And because she can't create any new long-term memories of me, I'm a stranger every time she meets me.
Dr. Janzari returns after leaving the room for just 5 minutes.
Hello. Do you remember me?
Nope.
Do you remember we did a few tests just now on the big screen over there?
No, I don't remember that.
No? Well, my name is Ash.
Hello, Ash.
How are you doing? The fact that Nicola can't transfer information from her short-term memory into a long-term memory effectively means that her general life is what she is doing right now. And so, at some level, she is unfortunately stuck in the present moment.
For Mohammed Daoud, time's not lost through the failings of memory, but in the sleep attacks, narcolepsy with cataplexy, that can strike him at any time. No matter where he is or what he's doing, Mohammed's brain can spring sleep on him.
You're on the pavement, you need to wake up.
And it's made him reluctant to face the outside world.
Mohammed, can you get up?
Today, he's making a journey he's been afraid to try for years. A 40-minute trip to London to visit one of his favourite places, the Science Museum. But the danger for Mohammed is that too much excitement can trigger him to collapse.
I've got to get out more. This is what this is just.
Now you've made this first step, you can start doing things.
Oh,
I have no problem with taking you out.
oh man. It took me about 18 years to actually get a diagnosis of narcolepsy. It was a release, a big release, because where I constantly felt guilty about being lazy, not being interested, being a bore, all of that sort of stuff, mates wanting to go out and I didn't want to. All of that broke down to everyone saying, like, I can see why now. Yeah. Where are we going?
For the first time in 18 years, Mohammed's made the trip into central London.
Well, are we?
Having had only one attack.
It's a buzz. I can remember the sounds and that from when I was here like years and years and years ago. And all that, but it's not as busy as I thought or I remember it as being. I think I've probably blown things out of proportion in my mind because of worry. But then having my carer with me today makes things so much different to what it would be when I was on my own. Because, I mean, you will get just abused. I made it! I made it! I'm here! Yeah, I feel fabulous, man. I can't wait to get in there, have a look around and all that. So, yeah, I'm really up at the moment. Probably too up, but it's good. Yeah.
I knew you could do it. I was a bit apprehensive, but... Go down. Just got excited. Yeah, I was a bit apprehensive that this might happen a bit more, but he's done really well. Stand up. Back and slowly.
Yep, I'm there.
All right.
20-odd years I've been waiting for this. Oh. Let's go. Let's do this.
Surprising even himself, Mohammed has made it to the Science Museum, and it's been less of an ordeal than he feared.
I mean, how do these people make these things when they didn't have, like, all the machines and that we've got today?
After 2 decades of being a near recluse because of his condition, Mohammed has taken on the outside world and won.
Oh, look at them. Wicked models. The day's been awesome. It's changed my life. I'm telling you now, I don't need to think about that. I'm definitely coming back. There's so much more to see up here. And I've just had a great day.
Tired?
But Mohammed's excitement proves all too much.
Oh, I'm going to go.
Despite his heroic efforts, when a sleep attack strikes, there's nothing Mohammed can do.
He's got a condition called narcolepsy. He's just fallen asleep.
I was taking Nimic out of Karen here, and that was it. I fell asleep. It's not the end of the world, is it? I didn't hurt myself or anything like that.
Yes, okay, I've got you. Come this way. It's just an amazing achievement. I never ever thought I would see him get on a train for a start, let alone an underground, let alone being in a place with lots of people. It's amazing.
He's succumbed to his condition, but achieved far more than he expected.
I've been all right. Nobody's given me any hassle, and I've had a really good day. Thank you very much, you guys. You've been wonderful, and it's really been nice to getting out and doing these things. And as I say, you've changed my life, and it's going to happen more and more. I'll be in touch and let you know. Take care.
And as Mohammed looks to the future, in America, 18-year-old Alana Wong is set to discover hers. "18-year-old Alana Wong has spent 4 years with a condition that sees her drift in and out of the world, losing days and weeks to an uncontrollable craving for sleep and strange childlike behavior.
I knew I wasn't a bad person, and I knew I didn't have behavioral issues or anything. I just didn't understand why these episodes would come.
Today, for the first time, she's going to undertake a brain scan while she's in the grip of the illness. The results could support her diagnosis, that she has the rare sleep disorder Klein-Levin syndrome. There are only around 500 known sufferers in the world. If she does have KLS, it means Alana's symptoms should fade in adulthood, and one day she can lead a normal life.
How you doing? Hi.
The testing will be conducted by neuroradiologist Dr. Bart Keogh.
She carries a diagnosis of Klein-Levin syndrome. What we're doing is combining essentially the best clinical imaging there is in order to help support or not support her diagnosis.
Dr. Keogh and his team are going to put Alana through a variety of tests in an fMRI machine. She'll be asked to respond to a series of visual and sound signals, and the scan will capture the changes in blood flow to specific areas in Alana's brain.
Okay, so do you see any instructions now?
Yeah,
look at the center of the screen. Great.
To try and identify whether Alana does have Klein-Levin syndrome, Dr. Keogh and his team will be paying particular attention to areas known as the thalamus and hypothalamus.
This next scan is almost 2 minutes. Here we go.
The egg-shaped thalamus is vital for processing almost all the information our senses pick up from the world around us, while the hypothalamus is involved in managing our sleeping and eating cycles, actions which seem haywire in Alana's symptoms. After 3 hours, Alana's ordeal is over. Dr. Keogh has the scans he needs.
I don't like the noise.
I know. In medicine in general, you can never tell anyone what's going to happen. You can only tell them what is probably going to happen, and I think that's a critical issue. It's a critical issue for the family, to be able to have expectations about what will probably occur, because it makes their lives really a lot better. Even if it's something bad, it is better to know what is probably going to happen.
My head hurts.
Comparing today's results with scans from when Alana was healthy reveal a clear difference in blood flow to a crucial area of her brain.
There are physiologic features associated with Klein-Levin syndrome. One of them is decreased perfusion, which means decreased blood flow. And what you can see is there's about a 15% decrease in blood supply. That's sort of critical because the thalamus is sort of central to the brain. So anatomically, it sits in the middle of the brain. And from a functional viewpoint, it is also central. Virtually, not everything, but virtually everything going up or coming down, going in or going out has to go through it.
The scans show that Alana's thalamus, the area essential for normal sleep and wake functioning, is lacking in activity when she's suffering her symptoms. This is the news Alana's parents have been looking for.
The information we have is consistent with Klein-Levin syndrome, which hopefully will help in terms of sort of thinking about it and dealing with it. So, are you okay?
It's wonderful.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah.
It's almost kind of a catch-22 situation. We're kind of happy that she has it.
Oh,
But then, you know,
I'm
I mean, we don't
sad.
want her to. Yeah, we're sad that
For
she
Alana
does
that
have
she's
it.
ill.
But we know what it is. KLS. Alana did so good today. I'm so proud of her. She did a really good job.
Now I get lasagna!
Yeah, get lasagna. What's for dessert? What do you want for dessert?
I don't know.
There's no known cure, and drugs have limited effects on alleviating the symptoms. But the realization that Alana has Klein-Levin syndrome provides hope that her attacks will one day fade.
I've missed school, social events, vacations. I've missed a lot in life. A lot.
From the instant we're born to our last moments, we rely on the human mind to guide us through time.
The brain is an incredible organ that, for the most part, we take completely for granted. Every day we do complex things from getting out of bed, having breakfast, going to work, coming home again. The brain does all of these things. It's only when something goes wrong that we become critically aware of how vulnerable an organ it is.
And when the brain betrays us, we face losing our past, present, and future.
At this point, I'm actually as happy now and enjoying life more than I've ever done in my life.
No one can mend my brain. I have to just carry on with what I've got. I can still be wife, be mum, be caring, be a friend, and part of a different life.
My Strange Brain continues next week at 11 with the woman from the Midlands who woke up speaking with a European accent.